Hello, my name is Tim Kroker and today we are here at SUPERBOOTH24 and we are at the Yamaha booth. And today I'd like to present the FGDP 50. FGDP 50 is a finger drum device, and before I talk too much I start to play a little bit. So you see, everything's live here. This can happen. This is the beauty actually of it. We are all human, we make mistakes, it happens. And this is the finger drumming device, you have to play it. This is the reason Yamaha designed it. And I'd just like to talk a little bit about the whole design, what you can do with it, why Yamaha took this effort to create this instrument. So first of all, maybe, for whom is it and what is the special thing? First of all, you can use it as a complete standalone device. You don't need anything else. So you have, of course, the pads, you have an internal speaker, you have a rechargeable battery, and of course you have all the sounds inside. This one has 1,500 sounds, and you even have 3 sound effects. So that means wherever you go, just take it with you. You put it in your backpack and off you go. Doesn't matter if you like to play it in the kitchen, in the park, wherever. You go to friends, play along with piano or with a guitar player or electronic, whatever comes into your mind. It's completely independent of music style. That's the first idea, but of course there's a USB plug, and you can plug in your cable, connect it to your computer, and use it in conjunction with your computer just as a MIDI controller and play your VST instruments in your computer. But just check a couple of other sets. So that first one, of course, that was an electronic set, and now we have an acoustic set. So that was one of, thank you very much. That was one of the acoustic sets inside. I didn't change anything, that's how it comes. So maybe let's talk a little bit about the layout, because that's very special. In general, pad controllers, what we are used to know is like this grid, you have 4x4 pads or you have 8x8 pads. But in general, they never were made for finger drumming. Of course, you can finger drum on them, but actually they were made because you need a step sequencer and you have 16 steps in your sequencer. So Yamaha took the effort and rethink about what kind of layout would be cool to finger drum with. How many pads do we need? What kind of instruments should we assign? And what should be the order? So they came up with this beautiful design. First thing is, everything is close by. I never have to spread my hand out like this. It's very natural. Never had problems with my arms or hands. So this is very cool. Then we have the 2 bigger pads for the more important instruments, like the bass drum and the snare drum. And then we have smaller pads. And because it's layered, they have one side for the right and one side for the left hand. You have toms on both sides. And this is super because you never have to cross doing this or that. You stay on your side. That makes it quite easy to play. Next thing is, of course, if you create a new layout for an instrument, you have to think about how should it be played. Most of us would start with maybe 2 fingers. Oops. Oh no, like. And there's nothing wrong playing with 2 fingers. It's great. But of course we have more, so why not playing with more fingers? For instance, 3. And Yamaha calls this the three-finger method. So we have the bass drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat. And you can already play easy grooves, and I think this is good for maybe 50% of all the music you listen to. This groove will fit perfectly. If you like to go for the next maybe 40%, you add your left hand and you do a hand-to-hand motion, which is quite easy. We all can do that. So we have, and then we add, oh. And you already create some kind of sophisticated grooves. Yeah? And I'm quite sure everybody can do this in maybe a month, let's say 2 months. So the learning curve is not that steep. You don't have to learn an instrument like a violin for 5 years before you get the first tune, before you can Twinkle Twinkle or something. This is the cool thing. And let's go and play another tune, because you have little helpers in here. For instance, I don't even have to play this. I let it play. So I play something easy and thank you. It's not that hard, to be honest. Actually, I just could. That would already be a banger. So it's not. It's up to you. Of course, you can go crazy. Don't go too crazy like I did at the first piece. But so what I did here, I used something. It's the repeat function. And again, oh wait, I used the wrong button. So here I have a percussion set. And again, I let the machine do the hard stuff, and I just play on top of it, just to get a little bit more of acoustic feedback where I am. I take the click track, sorry. And I get a visual feedback as well where I am. 2, 3, let's start. And they're even dynamically playable, sensitive. You even can start easier. You can, again, possible. So let's turn that off. So it's completely up to you where you are in your journey on the drum machine. If you start easy, if you like to play everything, whatever. So let's talk. So we had this. What's next? Oh, I have an R&B kit here. Right now, I just use the sounds in the box. It's possible with the FGDP 50 to load your own sounds. We have a little USB port here, but right now I just use. But of course, it's nicer to have some music going on with. And on my USB stick, I have a little playback. I can play it here. I have a transport section. And then you play along. So that's so much fun. I think that's the main thing. You should play, and you should play with music. So we are not machines, yeah? So it doesn't matter if the AI could do it better or what. You push on one button and then you get the song. No, we have to do it. That's the fun. That's the whole fun part of it. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I always use those buttons, and they're called register. They are quite handy because I can take snapshots of my setup here. That means whatever I have edited or something, I take that snapshot, and then I can play it again with one push of a button. So this is quite easy. So I go here. What do we have next? Oh, the big beat kit now.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? 1, 2, 3. Can you feel it?
Dirty, hard. That animates me to play a little harder, like this kind of thing. But not all of the kits are like this. Sometimes it's more a little bit like, need a little bit your finger, like. Thank you. So in this case, it's really, I mean, if I play this, I hardly don't use my arms. It's really just in your fingers. And if I go to the next kit, I have an African kit. And here I like to demonstrate, there's aftertouch for each of the pads. And you even can go out with the aftertouch to your computer. Aftertouch was that means, for instance, now I can change the pitch with this pad. Pushing this pad changes the pitch of all the other pads. Okay, so maybe you wondered where are the buttons, or is there nothing to turn to? Actually, it's not really necessary because I can everything do with my fingers, with my hands, and I don't have to leave the pads, but I don't have to move, but I stay here and do everything with my fingers on the pad. Next one. Oh, we had that already. That was the electronic. I think I have two last things. Okay. Like I said, we can load our own samples, and I can load something like a loop. And that's what I did here. Add a little funk loop. I loaded it in, and now my button is like, my pad is like an on-off switch. Okay. And I can play along with it. So it's just, again, it's this fun thing. Even better, I can record it. So I can audio record. Again, it's recorded directly on the USB stick, like a WAV file. So I hit record. I try to do it again. Standby, recording. Done. 10 seconds. And now we can listen to it. So this is a cool feature if you just like to rehearse. And a lot of times it's like, was it good or not? So you record and then you decide for yourself. Or you're sitting in the park and you have a great idea, you record it, and then you have it, like I said, as a WAV file. You take it from your stick in your computer and you go from there. So it's not lost. It's not like, oh, I have a great idea, but now I have no idea. Next time I'm at my computer, it's lost. Very last thing I like to talk about, we have the session player inside. Session player means we have 23 pre-prepared songs already in here, and I can go through the different parts and can play along. So I can, let's go back. I can start it. I can listen to the drums that I know, okay, this is something I could play maybe. And of course I can mute the drums. Okay, and I play along. And I go to the next part. And that's that. So of course it could be longer, so we did the short version. I I think that's it in a nutshell, the FGDP 50. Like, it's really a fun instrument. You have to play it. It's something you have to be active and get a relationship like you do with the guitar or with the trumpet. It's an instrument. Thank you very much.